We are killing our Earth and each other. Pollution is one of the biggest killers. It affects more than 100 million people worldwide. Our litter also affects seabirds and mammals, killing over 100 million each year. The United States alone produces 30% of the world's waste. Nearly 14 billion pounds of garbage, mostly plastic, is dumped into the ocean annually. But what are we doing to help? Being aware of the problem does not fix it. Southern Connecticut State University claims to be sustainable, but look at the waste on campus. Is Southern really sustainable? What can we do to make it better and healthier? I interviewed several students on campus about their thoughts on the environment and Southern's sustainability. Here's what they had to say.
The environment is important because Earth is the only place that sustains life, and this is the only place where we can live. So it's important to maintain Earth's at what Earth is. I think people litter because they don't care or they're not well educated into how important it is to maintain the environment, because one little thing goes wrong in the environment and the whole circle of life is just thrown off. Like, bees are very important. They're endangered right now, and I don't think people realize how important they are because they help pollinate flowers, which leads to just a cycle of good things that we all need. And I think people litter because they really don't care, because it's not directly affecting them, but it actually will affect them in the long run and for generations to come, because the earth is deteriorating and no one cares. Partially, I think Southern is a sustainable school, but not completely, because we still use plastic bags, plastic containers, plastic everything. The lights in all the buildings are on at all hours of the night, and the only sustainable building is the Science Center. And I think they did a good job at making it, because in the bathrooms there aren't any paper towels or anything. It's all hand dryers, and the lights do shut off automatically. And we do have a rainwater system to collect rainwater out in the front and to reuse that. So I think progress is being made at the school, but it's not 100% sustainable. I think that if people aren't in the buildings late at night, they can turn all the lights off. They can reduce the amount of plastic waste or any type of waste. We should start a compost system. I think that would be beneficial, and maybe start gardens. There are a bunch of grassy places on campus to where we could start gardens using compost.
Well, I think obviously the environment's important because it's the place where we live, and I don't think enough people value how their children and their grandchildren will be living, and making sure that ecosystems are conserved, and everything is the way it should be. So, no, I haven't littered, and I think people litter because it's convenient, which is usually the issue with a lot of things. And I think it's unfortunate that people do that, because it isn't much of an inconvenience to just dispose of things properly. But yeah, I think Southern's sustainable in the way that they allow their students to compost and recycle, and they have the water bottle fill stations. But I think as the students go, I think there's a lot that we could be doing that we aren't, and I think there should be more concern for the environment within the student body. I think making composting something that's all over campus, even within rather than having the workers dispose of our food, we can compost our own food, and having those things more available would make it easier for students to be more sustainable.
Because people live in it, and that's super important, because if we don't treat it right, we'll all die or something. Probably when I was 10 or 11 or 12. I don't really ever remember doing it recently. My mom does it a lot, and I don't like it, because they're super lazy. That's it, is people are super lazy. I think Southern could at least be more transparent about what they do, and how it matters, or if it matters at all, or if it actually affects anything in the grand scheme of things, or how they've done better in recent years. Because I've seen the exact same things put up this year as last year, and I don't really feel motivated to do anything, and I don't really know anybody who feels motivated to do things.
The planet and our campus is a mess, but with patience and perseverance, we can fix some of the damage we've done and restore our environment. For more information on how to be green, go to ourearth.org.